Hello, Daniel. Can you hear me all right? Okay, I don't know why it's running a little glitchy. Hope it's not a major issue. Hello. Just guys, let you know, I did finish this. I already filmed my voiceovers for it, and hopefully I'll get my review of this up tomorrow, hopefully. And then I'm already working on a couple other videos that I'll try to get up tomorrow. But I hope you guys are doing well. What do I think about the game events? Uh, they seemed okay. I didn't really watch them. I heard a couple announcements, but I didn't really like watch them. Like I know they announced like Resident Evil 9, but it doesn't look like something I'll play. And they announced like the Xbox has like a handheld now. Uh, not that interested. But I didn't hear any and I know they did like another trailer for like Death Stranding. I don't need to see any more of Death Stranding. I'm already gonna get it, so I'm like, yeah, I don't need to see anymore. Have I played Mind's Eye? No, my copy should arrive either today or tomorrow. But I've heard a lot, so I'm quite curious if it'll be a train wreck or it'll be like one of those games we're gonna look back in like 5 years and think like, oh, that was a really good game. It just had a very difficult development. Oh, you're playing it right now? Okay. Well, how is it? How was RoboCop? I hope you enjoyed it. It's like Wolfenstein. I would say, I would, you know what? I would say it actually is close to Wolfenstein. In terms of there's certain maps that you have to explore openly, and there's like several like different objectives that you have to complete. I would say it's similar to RoboCop in that sense. You give it a 7. Okay. I'll be sure to test it. I get a feeling that's where it might hit. You pre-ordered Mafia and Metal Gear Delta. Okay, that's nice. Do I have a favorite PlayStation Vita game? Well, I would have to say Persona. I think Persona is probably my favorite PS PlayStation Vita game. I would say it's probably Persona. How is the first person aspect? It's fine. It works just fine. It's great. I would say it work. If you've played Wolfenstein, then you pretty much have the aesthetic down. And it's not that hard to platinum. I platinumed it, so. And I'm trying to platinum Doom, but like there's a glitch with one of the trophies, and not sure if they fix it, but it's widespread. A lot of people have it. What would you if I was in the world of Starship Troopers? I'd stay on Earth and pray an asteroid doesn't accidentally hit where I'm living. I mean, as far as I know, the arachnids never come to Earth, so as long as I stay out of the infantry and don't serve, I mean, I got a problem. Why the hell would you want to go there? I don't hate Microsoft, but the new handheld interests me. I mean, it's whatever. I've heard you can play PlayStation games on it though. I have heard that, so that is interesting. I mean, I think we're moving ever closer to a time where you can play everything on like one console apart from like Nintendo. Like I doubt a day will ever come where we'll be able to play a Mario game on a PlayStation. That would shock the hell out of me. I have to. I don't know. I would. I don't know. I'd off myself. I'd off myself if I was in that world. Question, oh man, questions on Hudson aliens. What about alien? What about well? What about Hudson? What about him? He's dead. He's he's dead. I mean, he died. So, did you know Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, when facing the boss, the end, if you change the date? No, that is. Oh, the end, the boss. Yes, I know that, but I don't. I never have to do that. I discovered that accidentally once, but there's a lot of ways you can take out the end. I mean, you can shoot him after you go through after you beat the pain, or you can just beat him straight up. Or yeah, I know there's several ways you can beat the end. Yeah, that's nothing new. You want another Ratchet and Clank? I hope we. I'm sure we'll get another Ratchet and Clank, but I would be. You know, I would be really cool. I'd be happy if they did like a Rivet in Kit game, like make a side story with those two. I'd play that. I thought Rivet and Kit were great. I reward a quote for this video. I reward a quote. What do I think of Crisis 2? I think it's okay. I never played Crisis. It's the only Crisis game I've ever played. I didn't play Crisis 1 or Crisis 3. You got the level cap in Borderlands 3. Well, I mean, I didn't play Borderlands 3, so I wasn't where there was a cap. How did I watch the Borderland movie? Illegally. I did not pay to see that. Hey, Jackie Boy, I'm doing fine. How are you doing? I was not going to go pay to see that. And did I ever own a cat? No, I never owned a cat, but I did live in a house. I did live with my uncle in California for about 6 months, and they had a couple of cats. One was Aries, and that cat I was kind of close to. Next Call of Duty game is going to have open world. What movies do I own illegally? I don't own any illegally. Looking at Woody Mice, they're cute. I'm not sure. Games illegally. I don't own any illegal games. Did the cats meow a lot? I wouldn't say they meowed a lot. I mean, I guess they might meow if, like, you kept your door closed and they wanted to cuddle with you. I mean, I know that much. Illegal bootleg copies. I don't have any. I don't have any illegal bootleg copies of anything. I did that. I got like a copy once, and that was for the Dark Knight, and that was back in college. I don't have that anymore. I bought an official copy, so I don't get bootlegs. Do you hate gameplay? It was definitely gameplay. The gameplay sucked. You can't really screw up a Dragon Ball story for any of them. You can't screw one up. Snowy is my cat, and he loves attention, cuddling as heck. Yeah, I mean, I like to say cats are very independent creatures, but heck, there are definitely some cats that are like, they wanna be around you. So every cat's different. They're making a sequel to Stellar Blade. That's not a surprise. I mean, did they announce a sequel to Stellar Blade? I know they announced it was coming to PC, but if they're making a sequel to Stellar Blade, I mean, that's not a surprise. I mean, the game left off on a cliffhanging, kind of hinting that there would be a sequel. So if they're making Stellar Blade 2, I mean, it's not really a surprise. When did Vegeta become a good guy? I would say he was I would say he was definitively a good guy. Huh, that's a good question. I would say definitely during Super. I would say Super, 100% good guy, 100%. Definitely not during Saiyan Saga. Kinda semi anti-hero during the Namek and Android series. Kinda a little bit of an anti-hero during the Boo Saga, even though he tried to go back to his bad ways and it didn't really work. But I would say Super is the first time he's like definitively a good guy. He's not an anti-hero. He's definitively a good guy. I would say Super and Daima, 100%. I recommend play Borderlands. I've played Borderlands 2 only, but I only played Borderlands 2 when I was playing with my brother. That's about it. And Borderlands for me was only ever fun if I was playing with friends. It was never fun when I was just playing by myself. Would you adopt your own Red 13 as a pet? No. Were you on a hype train for Metal Gear Solid when it was announced? A hype train? No. I wasn't really I wasn't the biggest Metal Gear Solid fan back then. It was, I would say, maybe a year or two after 3 came out that I actually played it. I didn't play it till I was maybe a junior or senior in high school. The first Metal Gear game I ever played was the second one, and then I played the third one, and I loved it, and then I went back and I played, and then but no, I didn't. I mean, dude. I mean, even if I was, I mean, dude, I was in high school. I had no money. How the heck could I have played it? It was very difficult to get games back then. Like I would literally have to save like weeks of lunch money and just not eat for like several weeks. Do a top five greatest video game moments of all time. That might be a little hard. Was Vegeta? Yeah, I would say Vegeta was definitely a good guy in GT. I would say. Can an owl be a pet? I'm pretty sure it can be. And good evening to you, Wing Zero. Red 13 is a sentient creature. He's not a dog or a cat. What do I think of Dragon Ball Super? It was fine. I liked it. Did Solid Snake die? Technically, yes. I would say by Ryzen, he would have eventually died. I mean, he did get to live out an old man. I mean, you don't ever see him die, but it's kind of made clear that like enough time had passed between the end of 4 and Ryzen that he probably passed away of just old age. You know, I'm fairly certain of that. You saw that Xbox is finally releasing their portable handheld called the Xbox Rig and coming out holiday 2025. Japan else. Did I see Ballerina? Nah, I wasn't interested. Why didn't I play? I wasn't a big fan of Metal Gear back then. I wasn't. I wasn't. I mean, dude. I mean, it was just something I just randomly tested out. I mean, I played Metal Gear Solid 2, and it was a little weird. And then when I got my hands on, I mean, I was not a big fan of it back then. It wasn't until I played through that I became a big fan. So it's kind of hard to ask why weren't you a fan of your favorite game until you played it. Well, that's sometimes how it works. I mean, there's a lot of great games I didn't play until sometime after it came out. I mean, Resident Evil 4, I didn't play that until it came out on PlayStation. But it had been on the GameCube for some time. A lot of the Final Fantasies. I mean, a lot of them I didn't even play and beat until years later. I mean, Final Fantasy X came out in 2001. I didn't play it at least until 2003 or 4. I mean, back then, I was a teenager. I had no way of getting games, so I would borrow games from my friend. Like my friend had like a large collection. That's how I played like a lot of my games. I would just borrow his copy. Examples like Dead Space 2 and Call of Duty Black Ops. No, I played those at release. What's the mystery game? I don't know. I haven't picked. I don't know if I'll play Doom because I've already beaten that, or maybe I'll play some Death Stranding. I don't know. I'll figure. I'll think of something before we get there. I don't know because Mind's Eye, my copy probably won't get here till maybe hopefully tomorrow. Will Indiana Jones? I doubt it'll be a 10. It's doubtful, and my copy still hasn't come. Did I see Mission Impossible? No, I didn't. I wasn't interested. I didn't really care much for the previous one, and after hearing that this movie was 3 hours long, I was like, yeah, I can pass on this. Is LA a good place to live? I don't know, Gordon. I've never lived in LA. I've never. Not once have I ever lived in LA. I've lived in 2 places in California. That was Riverside and Dublin. So I can't say. What do you make of the Death Stranding 2 premiere? I didn't watch it. I don't need to see any more Death Stranding. Like once a game is already pre-ordered and paid for, I don't need to see any more of it. All these previews and trailers, they're meant to hype you up to want to get the game. But if you've already decided you're going to get the game, I don't need to see anything more. So I didn't need to watch it. I recall someone important in Pokemon development had a pet owl. Oh, okay. Can the Sentinels from X-Men actually defeat every mutant? They can beat a lot of them. Which character from any Dragon Ball series do I hate? A character do I hate? I can't. No. I can't think of any character I hate. I mean, they're all characters. But I can't think of a single Dragon Ball Z character I hated. Did you know Red 13 has kids? Yeah, that's kind of revealed in the opening of the game. So, Have you lost your VR card? I lost that a while back, buddy. Where would you prefer to live? Anywhere but Vegas. I'm ready to leave Vegas. I don't care where, except for California. I think someplace in Arizona would be nice. I went to college in Arizona. That was a nice place. It's crazy. What's I don't it's I don't what's so bad about movie 43? It's a mess. It's a mess. It makes no sense. And you can't even describe what the hell it is. What's your favorite X-Men movie? Days of Future's Past, no question. Easy. Who's my favorite X-Men mutant? Probably either Magneto, probably Magneto, I'd say. But X-Men mutant, probably then Professor Xavier. But like, if you're talking like favorite mutant within like the X-Men world, I'd probably go with Magneto. Favorite Mass Effect character? Oh, that's Garrus. No question. Don't even need the second question. That Garrus. Mortal Kombat 1 is apparently over. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, now we're probably going to move into Injustice 3, which is fine. Do a top 5 favorite video game best friends. I'm positive I did something similar to that. Pretty positive. Have I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds? Yes, I have. With the synchro summoning, yeah. You hated Mortal Kombat 1 story? I thought it was fine. I didn't have a problem with it. I thought the twist worked with how Mortal Kombat 11 ended. I thought that was a very clever twist. But I like the story. Favorite character from 5D? Probably Yusuke. He's the main character. So, I mean, I didn't like Sub-Zero being a bad guy. I mean, he wasn't really a bad guy. He was just self-interested. There's a difference. There's a difference between being self-interested and being a flat-out bad guy. There's a difference. But how can you complain about Sub-Zero being a bad guy? He was always a bad guy. Yeah, dude, the very first Bihan was always a bad guy. Sorry, that's consistent. The very first Sub-Zero was a bad guy. Kuai Liang was the good one, and Kuai Liang, they made him Scorpion. There's no like Hanzo's in here, but he's not Scorpion. I was fine with that change. I can't recall if I asked this before, but what are the differences between Mass Effect and Halo? Gameplay, characters, story, everything. Everything's different. The only thing that I say is similar is that they're both science fiction. They both deal with threats to the galaxy, I guess. Mortal Kombat 2 trailer will release in July, apparently. Okay. We'll see how it is. Do you like the music from Mortal Kombat OG, Mortal Kombat? Yeah, they're fine. It's good. It's good music. Scorpion seemed loosely based on. I don't know about that. I don't know if he was based. I don't know. What's my favorite country to go to vacation? I can't say because I've only ever been outside. I was born out of the States and I've only been out of the States once since. So I can't say. There's a number of countries I'd like to visit, but yeah. What was the Mortal Kombat YouTube series good? I thought it was fine. I liked it. Can I whistle? Well, yes, of course, Gordon, I can. What is my favorite OG Mortal Kombat level? Probably the pit, I would say. You can't go wrong with that. Us uppercutting someone and then them falling into a pile of spikes. Can't really complain. Is it a waste if they only care about Mortal Kombat guest characters? What do you mean? What do you mean if they only care about Mortal Kombat characters? What do you mean? What do you mean? Can I whistle Go-Go Power Rangers? Probably, but I don't want to. Besides Yugi, which Yu-Gi-Oh protagonist is my favorite? Probably Kaiba. Dude, Yugi's not even my favorite duelist. That's Kaiba. Kaiba's my favorite duelist. I mean, why the hell do you think I... No, I can't even show you. It's at an angle. I have two Blue Eyes player jerseys and it's hard to see, but like this little thing right here, that's a Blue Eyes White Dragon skateboard. But dude, yeah, Yugi's not even Yugi's not my favorite protagonist. That's Kaiba, and he's more of like an anti-hero. Hey, what's up, Zach? Can I dance? Yeah, sure, I can play Just Dance or DDR, I guess. Like if I don't care about Mortal Kombat itself, I think it cares. Kaiba is a bit of a nutter, and I love him for that. He's not a nutter. He just wants to be the best. So what's wrong with that? It's like Yugi is the best, and he doesn't care. Kaiba like wants to be the best, and he's a lot more driven. But to be fair, Yugi is surrounded with plot armor bullshit. So I mean, not saying Kaiba hasn't had his moments of plot armor bullshit, but like that's Yugi's whole thing. And then they explained it in the last episode. It's like, yeah, guess what? He has the power of fate. He has the ability to draw any card he wants whenever he wants. And I'm just like, well, we kind of knew he did that because he did that a lot. So, like, how many times did he just draw a card out of his ass that it made no sense to be in his deck? No sense. And he only ever played it once. He had a lot of cards like that. Did Michael Jackson bleach his skin? Obviously. I mean, that's been a known fact for decades. Where have you been? Saw the Zelda movie got delayed till 2027. Okay. What Yugi decks did you like to allay with? I don't know. I still have my decks, but I haven't played them in a long time. I built like a Kaiba deck and a Yugi, like a Dark Magician, Red Eyes, and Blue Eyes deck. Those are the decks I ran. Well, I would say Big Boss is a better character, of course, so... You seem to be really obsessed with Korra all of a sudden. I mean, I think you said you were replaying Andromeda, but like... well, duh. He didn't want to have those plots on his skin, so he bleached it. I mean, so to blend it in. But apparently he still had some patches, but he covered that with makeup. At least that's what I would have heard. Kaiba sent a deck into space and challenged the aliens to duel in GX. I'm not making that up. Well, he also built a time machine that sent his soul to the past so he could duel a Tem. So that's sending a deck into space isn't the weirdest thing. Feeling sickened, another Resident Evil main story being made? No, I mean, it's their franchise. They want to make another Resident Evil game, go ahead. Apparently, Sony is considering on releasing a new portable console for the Go with the PlayStation 6 when it releases. Well, good luck. I hope it does better than the PlayStation Vita and they support it well. Hey, cool hat. Thanks, man. Can imitate Michael Jackson's voice? No. So you heard about the new Mass Effect show? No. I didn't know they were doing that. Do you think the Pacers will win the finals? Maybe. I'm not rooting for either team. I don't care. I haven't watched the finals at all. I'm not interested in it. I'm not referring to myself. It's a shame you never did a God of War matchup. I wouldn't have. I don't know who I would have used. I don't know. If I recall, didn't Michael Jackson have a condition that caused his skin to go white, which is why he bleached it? Yeah, it's called vitiligo. Dude, where have you been? This stuff has been known for like... This isn't new stuff. We knew about this in the 90s. Michael Jackson spoke about this in his interview with Oprah. Like, he told people why his skin was like that. This is decades old. I mean, this information came out when I was like 2. So this information is like 30 years old. And you're asking, like, did you know this? It's like, well, obviously, I've been around the past 30 years. This isn't a secret. The man told you himself what had happened. thoughts on the new James Bond game? It looks okay. Maybe, I might give it a try. Well, you can look it up when you get to hear what they've been working on. Good crew, good cat. Yeah. What's my opinion on the Indiana Jones game? I haven't played it, Master Mace. I haven't played it. I'm still waiting on my copy to get here. I still haven't played it. It looks fine. Last I heard about it was decades ago. Wanted to make sure I was remembering it right. Yeah. You remember it right. This is old news. This is very old news. No Super Gaming. I'm telling you, I have not played Indiana Jones yet. I am still waiting on my copy. That's how I get my games. They come through GameFly. Sometimes they get to me like a day or two after they get released, and sometimes they take a while. Like right now, the two games that I do have currently out is Alan Wake and Mind's Eye, and I'm pretty sure I won't have Mind's Eye for a bit because then I'll get my copy of Death Stranding, which comes out on the 26th, and I already have that like locked, so like I know I'm gonna get a copy when it comes out real quick. So did you hear Halo Combat Evolved is getting a remake and being released next year for the 25th? I don't know about that. I haven't heard that, but wasn't that game already remastered already? Like, I don't think they need to remaster it again. Like, it's already been remastered. Favorite Star Wars movie? That one, obviously. You must be new. So, who did I romance as female Shepard in Mass Effect Legend? Who did I female as femme Shepard? I romanced Liara. Male Shepard, I think, first time I played Mass Effect was Mass Effect 2. And then I played 3, and I think my first playthrough as Shepard, I romanced Miranda. And then I kept that relationship going for male Shepard in my first playthrough, going into 3. And then when I played the second game, as femme Shepard, I romanced Liara, and then I went through that all the way through 3. Yeah. And then I think it was my second playthrough of male Shepard that I wrote. Then I think when they released the full edition, I went back and I played Mass Effect 1 and did a complete playthrough from 1 to 2 to 3, and I romanced Liara all the way through with male Shepard. So favorite milkshake? Vanilla, I guess. Have I seen the epic rap battle between Michael Jackson and Elvis? Yes, I have. A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back are the only amazing movies. I mean, that's fine for you. Personally, I think A New Hope is boring. I think I can skip through a lot of that movie. That movie is boring. Empire Strikes Back is okay, but it's got its problems. But what? You want me to zoom in? You want me to zoom in on that one? Wait. That one? I mean, I can just take it down for you. Now this is just a poster that I picked up at the first MGS Con, and I have like a folder that has like the other ones. So that's all it is. Do you think Assassin's Creed game set in Atlantis could work? Isn't that what Odyssey is? Don't we go to Atlantis in Odyssey? So I don't think you could do that. What's the problem of Empire? Let's see. I don't know. There's just some parts I think drag a little bit. And the fight between Luke and Vader's bullshit. I mean, that's not a fight. That is not a fight. If Vader had wanted to kill Luke, he really could have snapped his neck within seconds. Like, Vader is fucking with Luke the whole time. So I'm not impressed by that fight at all, because it's not a fight. Calling that a fight is like being a 5-year-old and trying to get into a fight with your own dad. Like, you're gonna lose. Like, there's not a single person that went into that movie and thought Luke was gonna win. Not a single person. And mind you, this was well before Return of the Jedi was even announced. So as far as any of us knew, Empire could have been like the last film. But like that fight, that is not a fight. That is Vader screwing with Luke the whole damn time. So that is not a fight. I mean, it's fine. It's got its moments. It's entertaining, but like it's not a fight. Whose autograph that I have gotten is my favorite autograph? Well, that's a good question. That's a good one. I think my that's tough. I think, like, in terms of like semi-celebrity rise, I think my favorite autograph I've ever gotten was I got, where is it? David Hayter. I got David Hayter and Lori Allen to sign that poster. And I think if the actress who does the voice of Eve comes to MGS Con 3, I'll be sure to get her autograph. Did you know she's also the voice of Ariel in the original Little Mermaid? I did not know that. Like, for like years, no one knew like who voiced Eve, and then it was only revealed like this year. Like, it was speculated for years who did the voice for Eve, but like it had been like a secret. Vader should have annihilated. Yeah, of course he should have. I mean, that's why I don't consider it a fight. Will the Celtics win 2026 championship? Maybe, but they're prone with injuries, so, and they're probably going to break up their roster. So if they do, it'll be a different roster. I don't know who they would add. Tatum will be out. Brown just had surgery. I think Hawthorne just announced his retirement, so it's going to be a very different squad. And I don't know, they were plagued with injuries, and the East is very dangerous. So I mean, it's possible if they get the right spot, but I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. So the least favorite moment in animated Star Wars series, my least favorite moment. Does that animated like Star Wars Christmas? I mean, no, that wasn't like a special thing. I think there was like a Boba Fett like animated movie that came out in the 70s. I saw it. It wasn't very good. I mean, I guess that counts. You think Han should have died in Empire? No, I didn't think so. Favorite Final Fantasy game? Well, that's easy. That's Final Fantasy X. No question. Which happens to be like my second favorite video game of all time. And we still got about 26 minutes. Do you like a really gory Killzone TV series like Amazon could work? You don't need Killzone. You don't need Killzone to be gory, and I don't think anyone would be interested in a Killzone series now. Like, that franchise is retired and forgotten about. I mean, but like, so I don't think trying to make a Killzone TV series now would be very appealing. What about if he died in Jedi? Well, if he died in Jedi, then okay. I think the movie could survive. Kamari versus Cloud. I no comment. Is Resident Evil still a good franchise to play? I think so. I mean, heck, I had fun. I've had fun with 4 and 5 and 6. Skipped 7. Only played 8 once they revealed the gold edition. I think some of the remakes are okay. I think the remake of 2 was fine. I thought the remake of 3 was Okay, didn't want to play the remake of 4, and then out like games like Outbreak and some of the on-rail shooter games. So I would say it's fine. They're just some games, entries, and directions that they go that I'm not interested in. Doesn't mean it's still not a good franchise. So you think there's a problem with Mass Effect Show? Which one is my top favorite? I don't think there's a problem with it. I just think it's expensive. That's your problem. It's not whether you make it. It's like, do you want to spend the money for it? Do you think the Empire would survive in Dragon Ball? I have no idea. Will I play a Resident Evil 6? 9? No. Not interested. Nope. Don't need to play it. Do you think the new rebooted Resident Evil movie that they want will be faithful to the games, will be better? I mean, at this point, why would we even expect that? That first series of Resident Evil movies wasn't faithful to the games at all, and they made like 7 of them, and it was $1 billion franchise. Why would you expect any different? I don't have a favorite potato chip. Do you think Death Stranding will be an all-time classic? I don't know. I'm just hoping it's a good game. I think it can be. That's all you can. How expensive? It'd be very expensive. Like several hundreds of millions of dollars. Very expensive. Have I watched Sleepy Hollow? Yes, Jackie Boy, I've seen it. Very good movie. I really like it. Any version? Yes, I have seen it. My favorite version is definitely the Tim Burton version. Who is some of my favorite actors? I don't know. I can't really name them off the top of my head. I think Amazon is doing a Mass Effect show, so they might be spending a ton. I don't know. Well, then hopefully they get a good budget and a good script and a good director. That's what you need. And if you want to give it a shot, go ahead. It's not my money. Personally, I think Code Veronica should have been remade first, but well before 4. They should have remade Code Veronica first before even entertaining 4. Do I think Code Veronica will get a remake? I think it will. I think we will. I think. I don't. I mean, I don't. Two things. I don't think they'll remake 5. I don't think 5 should be remade because they would just drastically change it, and then it wouldn't really be a remake. But I do think we will get a Code Veronica remake at some point. I think it'll come after 9. I'm pretty sure they will. What do I? What does the future of Sony PlayStation look like? I hope it's a good one that still has physical games. Because if it's all digital, I want no part of it. So would it be difficult to do a non-human in Mass Effect? I'm pretty sure it would be. Vader versus Goku? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Do you think an Assassin's Creed remake for 20? No, I doubt they'll remake a. Why? I don't see a point. I don't see a point to remaking any Assassin's Creed game. I've heard that they want to remake 4, but I'd be like, don't. Just don't do it. The game's fine the way it is. Do you enjoy other Sony products like laptops and TVs and stuff? I think I have a Sony TV, but that's about it, really. I think when I was younger, I had like a Sony CD player, and that's about it. And I still have like my handhelds. I remember the Sony Version Pro. Do you think you'll be Ubisoft needs to stop making? No, I don't think they'll ever stop. I don't think they'll ever stop. I don't know. I don't know where the next Assassin's Creed game will take place, but I'm sure that's like a year or two away. I have no idea where the next one will go. Do I still have any old music CDs? Yeah, I do. I still do. Does Assassin's Creed game work better as a TV show rather than a film? I think anything works better as a TV show than a film. I don't. I mean, I don't. I can't think of anything that wouldn't work better as a TV show. It gives you more time. What's my favorite collectible? Probably my Blade of Chaos replica, because I know those are extremely rare, and you can't. They're hard to find, and even if you found one on eBay, like people are selling them for like thousands of dollars. So I think that's probably the most valuable collectible I have. Have I played Tales of? No, I have not. And you're currently playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Well, have fun with that. I like the game. Favorite Mario game? Oh, easily Mario 64. No question. Do you think Assassin's Creed would work as an anime? Of course. I think anything can work as an anime. Just get a good script. We got 19 more minutes. Have I played any Metroid games? Metroid. I think the only Metroid game I've played was probably Super Metroid on the Super NES. I do believe that's the only one I've ever played. I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan of Metroid. Have I played any of the Sly Cooper franchises? I think I tried playing the first one, but I wasn't a fan of it. I'm like when it comes to those old school classic platformer characters, I'm a Ratchet and Clank fan like through and through. I mean, I tried. I think I tried one Sly game. I didn't really like it. I tried one Jack and Daxter game. I didn't really like it, and I always found myself going back to Ratchet and Clank. Do I speak any Spanish? No, and if I did, I've probably forgotten. I mean, I might know like a few basic. I mean, maybe I can count to 10 and say hi, but that's about it. Like I don't know. When it came to Spanish, when it came to school, that stuff went in one ear and out the other. I mean, I had my Hispanic friends help me get through Spanish class, and I only had to during freshman year. It's just like, dude, you help me with Spanish, and I'll help you with this other class, and that was the arrangement we had. But like it always went in one ear and out the other. I never actually it never stuck with me. Spanish isn't really like a language I'm interested in. There's a couple other ones I'm more interested in learning, but Spanish isn't really one of them. I don't have a favorite Crash, Bandicoot, or Spyro game. I'm not a fan of either of those franchises. I mean, I'm the same way with them with the other ones. I mean, I never really got into Spyro or Crash. I think I played them once, and I was not really a fan. What's my favorite Ratchet and Clank game? Uh, I want to say Crank in Time. I think that's yeah. I would probably say it's Crank in Time, and then Rift Apart is probably a very, very, very close second. I still think Crank in Time has a slight advantage in my opinion. Any advice for the mission? Don't die. What was my favorite panel discussion from the last two Metal Gear cons? I think just the one where they have the voice actors. I think those ones are always good, and the cosplay shows are always fun to watch. Now, to me, I have no idea where the next Assassin's Creed game is gonna take place, and I'm out of locations. Like I've wanted like for the longest time, I've wanted a game set in feudal Japan, and we have that now. So I really can't think of anywhere else I would rather go. I mean, as far as I know, we've covered just about every spot that I would be interested in going. I mean, I didn't even really play like the last couple of Assassin's Creed games, like Valhalla. I got bored of that game. I didn't even bother with Mirage. I didn't play Unity. I didn't play Syndicate. Um, and now I got the Assassin's Creed game. I'd wanted for a long time, so I don't know where it could go, but I'm like, I can't. Not really interested. I got what I wanted. Which Tom Clancy series do I prefer? Ghost Recon. I'm not a fan of any of those. I've never played Splinter Cell. I'm a Metal Gear fan, so you can't play Splinter Cell. I've never played Rainbow Six. I think I tried playing. I think I had one Ghost Recon game on PlayStation 2, but I don't remember enjoying it very much. Would you take Jack Remaster if they didn't do? I'm not a Jack fan. I'm a Ratchet and Clank fan, and they don't need to remaster any of those games. So name any of the characters you would like. Wait, what? So name any of the characters you like that would not like Stormtrooper armor. I don't even really understand the question. What are some of my favorite books? Maybe the Harry Potter books. I'd say just off the top of my head. Wasn't there a PlayStation exclusive Assassin's Creed game? Not that I remember. I mean, I think there was like one Assassin's Creed game that was set in China, but I think that might be it, but I'm not sure if that was Vita. It seems like it's hard for you to get into new stuff. Sometimes. I like what I like. Assassin's Creed Chronicles was on PlayStation Vita. Okay. I think that's the one that has the China character. Don't you think so? Uh, what was the question? Who are some of my favorite fictional lawyers? Uh, I don't have any. uh, I I can't think of any. Fictional lawyers? I don't know. Ever seen Liar? I mean, yeah, but I'm like, I mean, yeah, he was a lawyer, but I thought you were talking about like, I mean, that's a weird movie. I had a feeling I heard I've heard of Phoenix Riot, and I knew he's a lawyer, but I've never played any of those games. Favorite vehicle in a game? Oh, that's easy. That has to go to the 2000. That's the 2005 BMW M3 GTR. Easy. That's my dream car. They happen to reveal that recently. Oh my god, I'd lose it if I could just sit in it. Like I don't even want to drive it. I just want to sit in it for like a few minutes. I know some people have like built that, but like, did I send something on Messenger? No, not that I wasn't talking to you. I was just responding to a comment. Future Trunks timeline makes no sense. No, it makes sense. It's what happens if Goku dies of the heart virus. That's what causes it. Do you think Stellar Blade could have a sequel? I'm pretty sure someone earlier just said that it was getting a sequel. I think someone just said that. Yeah, and apparently they may have just announced it. It's like, yeah, they said Stellar Blade developers confirmed sequel plans. It's like, yeah, Stellar Blade sequel titled Stellar Blade 2 it has been confirmed and is expected to release sometime before 2027 and potentially early 2026. So, I mean, that's a given. You should play the old Lara Croft games. I have tried playing the older ones. I didn't like them. Not a fan of old school style Lara Croft games. Not a fan. I think I tried playing the third one, and the funniest thing about that was like when I made her swan dive and break her neck and hearing the crack. And I would do that over and over again, and I thought that was funny to me. But not a fan of classic Lara. Played Back for Blood? No, Comic Gamer. I've never played that. Lara Croft versus Nathan Drake, who wins? I did a matchup video. I know that I know I did a matchup video for that one. I'm pretty sure. I think I said Lara won. Depending on which Lara you're using. Like I used Survivor Lara, and Lara would win. But yeah, I think that was my season 1 finale matchups, and that's what I used. I used Nathan Drake versus Survivor Lara, and I'm pretty sure I had Lara win. Have I ever seen Spielberg's movie Lincoln? Yes. The movie that gave Daniel Day-Lewis his 3rd Oscar? Yes, I've seen that movie. Wouldn't it be a fight if Jean Grey versus Goku blow up the planet? I don't know. There are too many variables about that. Metroid Samus versus Master Chief. I don't know. I know nothing about Metroid Samus. I know nothing. I tried playing one Metroid game as a kid, and I never went back to the franchise. So I don't know Metroid Samus enough to make this to say. You're talking to the wrong person. Is there? Have I ever played Legend of Zelda? Yeah, I've played only 3 Zelda games that I've beaten. I've played Link to the Past and Oracle of Ages and Seasons on the Game Boy Color. But those are the last. But I haven't played a Zelda game in 20 years. But those are like the only 3 Zelda games I've ever played. Is there any character in Final Fantasy that could go up against Kratos? I'm sure there is. I'm sure. Have I ever played Tetris? Yeah, I've played Tetris. I don't know who would win, Chillax. I don't know. There are too many variables. I plan to pick up Doom Eternal. Okay, yeah, go right ahead. I thought it was pretty solid game. I think the next game I'm gonna continue playing is Doom 3. Still gotta play through that next. I think I'm on the 3rd chapter, so that's what I'll be playing next. Is Goku the main protagonist of Dragon Ball? Duh, of course he is. Where have you been the last 30 years? I mean, Doom the Dark World, you have Eternal. Yeah, well, I got that too, so. You have a lot of fun playing Doom? Yeah, I had a lot of fun playing all the three Dooms too. Would Gohan have made a good main protagonist? Well, I think they tried that and it didn't work. So they just brought Goku back and made Gohan like irrelevant for a while. Have I ever seen the Japanese Batman anime? No. Goku is a boring protagonist? I don't think so. I think he's got his moments. What's the game for tonight? I don't think I'll do one. I can't think of anything to play. I can't really think of anything, so. For some reason, you prefer Doom 3? Well, I'm playing through it, and I can tell you, it definitely stands out. It is a very different vibe. Played a Far Cry game? No, I don't think I've ever. I mean, no. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever played a Far Cry game. Would Gohan with his newest Super Saiyan form beat Goku Ultra Instinct? I don't know. Final Fantasy is better than Fire Emblem. Heck, I guess I default to that because I've never played Fire Emblem. So I mean, I guess so by default. I mean, I've only played Final Fantasy games. You think you could do a Mass Effect November since it's the month of N7 Day? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I have Destiny. Yeah, I have Destinies 1 and 2. The people have been waiting all week. What the hell is Fire Emblem? It's some sort of it's like a it's a weird game. It's like a strategy based like turn RPG. What's my favorite racing game? Oh, that's easy. That's mad. That's good. That goes to Need for Speed Most Wanted, 2005. No doubt. That's easily the best racing game I've ever played. I actually have it on my PlayStation 3. The best Destiny game? Well, I do recall the second one was a bit better than the first game. I think. I remember when the first Destiny game came out. They say they had like a 10-year plan for that, and the sequel came out like 3 years later. And like now, no one's really, as far as I know, no one's really playing like Destiny 1 still. I'm shocked people are still like they're still releasing content for Destiny 2 because I stopped playing that a long time ago. Probably, I get obsessed with a synopsis about a team of soldiers sent to deal with situations. So biotics or the Force? Probably the Force. I think you can do more with the Force. Favorite Metal Gear Solid boss? Oh, that's easy. That would have to go to the Metal Gear Ray boss in Metal Gear Solid 4. I did a whole video going over my like top 10 favorite boss fights. Yeah, 100%. I know I did a video going over my top 10 favorite Metal Gear Solid boss fights. So check out that video if you want. That is a video I 100% know exists. What game did I get the least completion out of because it was either too difficult or it was terrible? Well, we won't talk about it. That should tell you everything you need to know. Alright. I didn't. Injustice 2 is better than 1? Yeah, I agree. Do I hate Quiet? I didn't play 5. What's the hardest game I've ever played? Probably World at War on veteran difficulty. I'm sure, Chilix, I'm sure Injustice 3 will happen. That's typically how NetherRealm works. They'll make a Mortal Kombat game, and they'll do an Injustice game, and they since NetherRealm Studios has been established, they always switch between those two franchises. And that'll do it for today's live stream. I want to thank all of you guys for joining in. We will be sure to do another live stream next Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. I hope you guys had a great time. And like always, I want to thank all of you guys for joining in the stream and asking your questions and having a good old time with me and everyone else. And I will catch you guys next week.